Hello, I am Middle Aged Dad Plays, and today we're going to be playing Martha is Dead. It's been hanging around my Steam library for a while. It's one which I showed a lot of interest in when it first came out, just never got around to playing it for numerous reasons. Developed by LKA, published by Wired Productions. We're going to go into it. You can see we've got continue here. Started doing my first playthrough, realised it was speaking in Italian, so I've changed the language and now it's going to speak in English. Here we go. Apologies if you're Italian, that would have been much better for you. Does look good.
Ciao, I'm Julia Kay. I'm glad you are here. Nobody has visited me in ages. It's been years now. I must tell you my story, but I don't know where to begin. There is so much that I should start from my childhood, but my memories of these times are vague. I only remember the summer of 1929, when they sent me off to stay with my nanny.
The legend.
Nanny, will you tell me the story of the White Lady?
No, little sparrow. Not tonight. A fog is coming, see?
Yes. I know that when it's foggy, the lady kills young women. But why is she so evil?
You see, Julia, pain and suffering can make us do evil things, even if we're not actually bad.
Just like soldiers have to kill other soldiers. I like the lady, I've decided, Nanny. She must be in so much pain. The poor dear. She still scares me a little, though. Soon I'll be a young woman, and she could kill me. Does she kill those who love her?
Of course not.
That makes me feel better because I love her. But what about Martha? Would she be in danger?
Your sister is with your mother, so do not worry. Do you miss them?
No. I mean, yes, I miss Martha a little, but I love spending time with you.
Now, go to sleep, little sparrow. It's getting late.
Okay, Nanny. I'll go to sleep and dream of the lady. Was she beautiful?
She was beautiful. Yes, very much so.
Then she'll be beautiful in my dreams. And will I be beautiful just like her?
You'll be even more beautiful.
Listen, Nanny. Since the lady won't harm me because I love her, and since you're not a young woman,
Wow.
could you tell me her story? Even if it's foggy outside. Please. Oh, please. Then I'll sleep. I promise.
Oh, all right. You always get your own way.
I loved Nanny and I loved that story. Every time I heard it, it sounded like a new and more mesmerizing tale. Every night I would ask her to tell me about it, even though it scared me. Even now I can remember every single day of that time and how happy I was.
According to an ancient legend, the lakes of the area are haunted by the spirit of a young woman who was killed by the man she loved. She was expecting a lover's stroll by the lake, gazing out at the old tree growing on the lake's island. So much hope and desire, but death, not love, was awaiting her.
Oh, the poor dear. That's not fair.
Life isn't fair, Poppet, but that's the way it is, and we must learn to deal with it.
Okay, I'll try. But it makes me so mad. Keep on reading, Nanny.
In despair, the man confessed he had killed her out of jealousy. So he was hanged on the small island, in the middle of the very same lake where he had killed the girl.
Lovely children's tale.
They searched everywhere, but the girl's body was never found. Since then, her spirit, known as the White Lady, has been imprisoned in the depths of the lake. She grieves eternally for the loss of the man she loved. When fog arises, the White Lady is known to leave the waters of the lake and roam the woods, looking for her long-lost love in vain. Within the fog of dawn, hunters have claimed to hear the wailing of a woman in the distance.
I'm a little scared of this story, even though I like the lady.
Should I stop reading, my little sparrow?
No, Nanny. Daddy always tells me that fear must be faced. Go ahead.
Okay, honey. Every time the sad memory of the night she perished stirs in her soul, she takes the life of a young woman by slaying such a life in its youth, even just for an instant. The lady feels free from the burden of her pain.
Tree.
Good night, Nanny.
Good night, my love.
I spent almost 3 years with the nanny, but when I came home, I quickly forgot how to be happy. My memories do not return until 15 years later, in 1944, when I stayed in that house. I enjoyed setting up cameras in the woods by the lake. My father created a device that attached to the cameras. It would make them take pictures at set intervals. I was trying to photograph animals, or whatever else was in that damned place.
Lake. Oh, you. Hold. That's the one thing when a game's made for... No, I don't know if it... Was it out on consoles as well? It stresses me out. It's PC, just click. That's so much easier.
Reel off the film.
Click. Yep, clicking down. Okay.
Open the camera. Remove the old roll of film. Put the new film in. Close the camera. Load the film.
Oh, I'll have to do that bit.
Activate the timer. Almost ready. Now to bring the image into focus. There's something floating on the surface of the water. If I frame it better, I might be able to see what it is.
That's up there.
What? Is that a person? I must help them.
That way.
I was horrified at the idea that someone might have drowned in my lake. The lake was my world, where I would spend entire days daydreaming. I would lose myself in my thoughts, but that was a rude awakening. So terrible. I instantly noticed that the person was wearing one of my dresses. I was scared. I dragged that lifeless body as best as I could to the shore, trying not to drown myself. Only when I lifted her in my arms did I realize who she was. It was my sister, my twin, a part of me, dead. Impossible to comprehend. I was desperate. I didn't know what to do or to think. I have to stay calm.
Okay.
Martha is not dead.
She looks it.
It's not possible. It's not true. There's no need to worry. Everything is fine. Everything will be fine. I have to stay calm. Martha, February 26th, 1923.
21 years old.
Is everything okay?
Are you hurt?
What are you doing?
Go, Eric! Run!
My parents ran towards me. My mother hugged me. She, who detested me, was now cuddling me. Her warmth filled me with life, and the pain became bearable. I felt protected. Martha, are you okay? She asked me, speaking slowly in order to let me read her lips. She thought I was deaf. She thought I was Martha. I didn't want the moment to fade, so I meekly nodded my head. I didn't realize I had done something that couldn't be undone. I would have to pretend to be Martha forever.
Am I religious? No. Is she religious? She's got a cross.
O Lord, who gives life to the dying, let your sacrifice of love be offered for Martha's soul. Into your hands I also entrust my spirit, so that I may be reunited with her in perpetual light, to never suffer the desolation of purgatory. Please grant her eternal rest, O Lord, and may eternal light shine upon her.
Eric, did you remember to light the candles in the hall? People will be here soon.
Mummy always finds something for everyone to do.
Space to highlight points of interest. Tints can be disabled in the game settings. We can look at everything. Hold it.
Mummy and Daddy. They are the epitome of wealth and elegance. But pain pays no heed to money and style.
Can't believe we got an achievement for looking
This
at
painter was a friend of Grandpa's. I always loved his paintings. As a child, I used to look at them for hours. The only way people could tell Martha and me apart was by dressing differently. Even Mother couldn't tell us apart.
It's the flipped angle of pictures.
I can't turn it off. We have to listen to the radio all of the time. Any news and announcements can be vital.
Oh, right. Bit more beat. What else we got? Mainly for the fact copyright strikes. So for that reason, no, no, no. I'm trying to find her. Stop it. Stop it. There. Right. It's annoying, but hopefully it won't get copyright struck.
July 17th, 1944. Our family is deeply saddened and is thinking of you during this extremely difficult time. Ernesto E. and family. July 17th, 1944. Our hearts are with you and we share your grief in the wake of the tragic loss of your dearest Julia. Monsignor Attilio D. July 17th, 1944, Ministry of War. Director General for Conscripts and NCOs. We are grieving over your sudden loss, and we send you our heartfelt condolences. The Lieutenant Colonel Rapporteur.
Why a...
An old painting. I find it so sad. It communicates a sense of deep solitude to me. There's no reason to use the phone right now.
Alright.
A telegraph box. I know how to use it. Daddy taught me.
Cool.
What the hell? For a moment I thought I saw... Oh no, that's not possible. It must be this whole situation making me see things that don't exist.
Okay. I'll come round to you, Dad.
Daddy's oboe. We were preparing a really nice duet together. On the rare occasions he's at home, that is.
I've picked this up and I don't know what I'm doing. Ah. Lighter.
Daddy must be devastated. He loves me. I messed up and now I have to watch him suffer my death. I can at least light the candles and let him find some comfort in sleep.
Having that fan in front of that ashtray. It's stressing me out. There is running with our feet, amongst other things.
When you're done, can you come and get the flowers, please? Or send Martha if you like.
Never a moment's peace. Even at a time like this. She can't sit still for a second.
Let's get some flowers. Right. Should we go through there first?
Daddy's canes. They are so beautiful, but I can't say why, but they have always scared me.
Collect the flowers from Mother before she gets angry.
Get these damn flowers.
Alright.
When Mummy asks for something, there's no escaping it. Everything always has to be perfect with her.
Dun, 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 dun.
Parla Londra. Trasmettiamo alcuni messaggi speciali. Felice non è felice. C'è stata la pioggia. La mia barba è
What's happening? Who closed the door?
Have some wine.
Erich, wake up. Do you think it's appropriate to sleep here? Of all places?
What? Hmm? Yes. I must have fallen asleep.
What are they talking about?
You can't stay here forever. Why don't you go to bed?
No. I want to stay with my daughter.
Your daughter? Your daughter? You have another daughter, you know. The one who's still alive. Remember?
What are you talking about, Irene? Julia is dead. What kind of comment is that? How can you?
You should be thinking about Martha. Julia harmed Martha. You know that, right? And as if that were not enough, she has now also abandoned her.
It's the same old story. Everything is always Julia's fault, isn't it? Her fault for Martha being deaf, and for you being infertile. Do you think it's the right time for this? Julia is dead, Irene. Dead. Someone killed her. Do you realize that?
Of course I realize. I get it. Do you think I'm stupid? No one understands it better than me. She always brought problems. Only problems. It would have been better if she hadn't been born at all. You're crazy.
I'm the crazy one? Me? They have done this to get at me, yes. Your death is all my fault. All I could ever do for you was hurt you, Julia. My poor, sweet, crazy girl. What will I do without you? What will life be like now? All the time I didn't spend with you. But now I'm home. We can go fishing together. We can take pictures of butterflies. No. We can't do anything together anymore, can we? Nothing. I miss you, Julia. I miss you.
While American bombings continue to devastate the peaceful towns within the Elsa Valley, we have heard some tragic news from the area of La Ramola. The young daughter of German Army General Erich Kay was murdered near her home. What possible reason could there have been behind such a cowardly act? This is what the Carabinieri, who immediately intervened, hope to find out.
Mother didn't seem to suffer from the situation. All she cared about was that my death was so painful for Martha. But not having me around anymore must have been a great relief to her. At the end of the day, it was better for everyone that it was me who died. And it was better for me too that people thought that. But the guilt began to consume me. That's when I started having horrible nightmares.
Hell. Aye. Okay, Martha. Well, this could take some doing. Martha has lost her soul. Last second choice. identity stuff. Life? Yeah. Identity, okay. Oh, good. Taking the face off. You look the same anyway. Warning, quite gory. But there was a warning in place before the video.
It was just a dream. A horrible dream.
Okay.
That horrendous woman and the face of my sister. I wish all of this was a dream and my sister is just sleeping in her bed. Instead, her bed is empty and this is reality. This is Martha and me at the festival of the patron saint. It was only a few months ago, and now...
26th of May.
Martha had asked for a picture of me to put in this frame. She wanted me to do one of those expressions of mine that made her laugh. Expressions that she couldn't quite imitate. She used to say that those were the signs of my soul. Can a photo capture the soul? Can I capture Martha's soul? Scary fairy tales. Everything seems to be scary lately. Yet everything here is so beautiful and bright.
Peaceful.
This is Martha's trinket box. It could contain something that will help to figure out what happened.
Bit's locked. Alright, yeah, I'm in Martha's room now. Obviously.
Our beautiful home. In spite of everything, I prefer being here. Martha's clothes. To me, wearing them will be like having her with me. Mummy will also be happy to see them. Or I could wear my clothes in the other wardrobe.
Too many choices. Right. Sorry, just moved my chair. What should I go with? Polka dot, white, or leather? We'll go with polka dot. Should I dressed in my own clothes?
Even more scary fairy tales.
Because am I going to go down a rabbit hole of just took over her identity, taking over her life, taking over everything?
It's July 18th.
Thanks.
It's about 9:30.
About? Pretty much. No, right, okay.
I always keep my trinket box locked.
Can we borrow these lockpicks next to it?
Oh gosh, if Mummy sees this picture, she'll throw it away for sure. It's me and Lapo. I want to see him as soon as possible so we can mourn Martha's death together. The butterfly collection that Daddy made for me. Nanny will be visiting me soon. I still like to have the books and games from when I was little with me. It's me with the nanny. Or maybe it was Martha. No one can remember. I'm already dressed.
Okay, so I can't change out of it. My bag.
Everything I need is always in my bag.
B.
The key to my trinket box. Here is my diary. July 12th, 1944. This is a new diary. We moved here today and I forgot my old one back at home. But that's okay. A new chapter in my life, a new diary. They say they brought us here for our own safety. Daddy, the war, and everything else. Nanny gave us her house and she went to look after the mansion. It's weird being back here after so many years. I remember Nanny telling me the fairy tale of the Lady of the Lake. It's one of the few happy memories I have from when I was little. Nanny isn't here and that's a shame, but Martha is here with me. I also get to see Lapo more often, which is wonderful. He's always hanging around here. Mum is thankfully too preoccupied with fixing up the house to worry about me. At least for now. July 16th, 1944. There's something creepy about the woods. Every time I'm at the lake, I get a strange feeling. Maybe it's the legend of the White Lady playing tricks on me. I get weird ideas. I think that there is this presence. Then I think I'm just being crazy. Anyway, crazy or not, I want to take some pictures. I'm not scared. In fact, I'd say I'm excited. I've made arrangements with Martha. She's coming to the lake with me tomorrow to set up 2 new cameras with timers, and we'll see what we can photograph. Not before a good swim, of course. To be honest, Martha doesn't like photography all that much, and recently she's gone off swimming too. But she does like spending time with me by teasing me. Then, when she gets bored, she disappears into her books, and I do my own thing. We feel right when we're together.
That's all. Obviously.
I'll be right there. I'm just going upstairs to call Martha down for breakfast.
Quick, into Martha's side.
Fine, but I'm not sure we should let her sleep all day. What do you think?
We got a map. Open log. It's the house. The woods. The lake. Is this classed as a lake? It's more of a river. Who knows?
What did you say? Okay, I won't wake her up. I'll just turn on her light. So when she wakes up, she'll know when to come down for breakfast.
They really think I'm Martha and I can't hear them. I need to be careful not to talk, or I will be in serious trouble.
Chat away, love. Alright. Just pressing to highlight. Just my key working now.
This is
Yeah.
not the right key. I must get her key if I want to know what's inside her trinket box.
Something tells me that's later on.
How wonderful the snow is. Unfortunately, it doesn't snow often around here.
Asylum.
There's no shortage of paintings in our house. Mum is passionate about painting.
God, every single one.
Dad loves these prints of Florence. I find them a bit sad.
Both. Never a good sign. But we'd already worked it out anyway from the last out. Right.
As a child, when I spent those short years with the nanny, this was my
that's it.
room.
I was about to say, why she got 2 rooms?
It's locked. Strange. Why did they lock my room?
Because Martha's still in there. Does the noise come from in there or downstairs?
Martha's breakfast is ready. We can go.
Yes, yes. It's getting late.
Did you leave the newspaper for Martha? You know how much she likes reading it.
Yes, Irena. It's on the table, can't you see?
And that camera, are you leaving it there?
Yes, Irena. Can't you leave it there for a few more days? Do you mind? It was for Julia. I will take it away soon. I promise. The thought makes me so sad. Seeing it there is as if... I don't know how to explain it.
All right, but let's go now. We have too much to do. We can't stay here all day talking.
You could.
Mummy is right, though. Martha always read everything. It's me who will now read the newspaper instead. They'll be out all day. The funeral preparations will take them a long time. Everything is more complex with the war. Over the next few days, I will see little to nothing of them.
Okay, to see objectives. I was put one up before it was in 73. I was said to Martha, but never did. Requirements: the camera of how left on the table could work well. Newspaper. Yeah, okay, so that's all pretty obvious. Right.
Bread,
Breakfast.
butter, jam, and coffee. Martha's typical breakfast. I prefer honey and milk, but I'll have to adapt to her tastes, obviously.
Really? Come on.
For Julia, to take more and more photos. Dad. I can verify that the camera is still working by taking a photo. I could photograph a sparrow. There are so many of them out here.
Okay.
Chocolate, a privilege for few people in these times.
Do we do
There
this
might
about-
be birds around the little wall in front of the house. I always put crumbs on it for them.
Okay. Is that the newspaper because it's got the red exclamation mark? I don't know if that means it's going to advance the story. Coming for you, Sparrow. Robin. There's the... Okay, Q. Let's use Julia's camera. It's a 1940 Rollei cord with 120mm film. You use it to take photos throughout the game. Some photos have hidden elements that will progress the game's story. While holding the camera, an icon will appear to indicate points of photographic interest. This icon will appear and become clearer the closer you are. Press E to see your camera and any fitted attachments. No camera skin unlocked. Base. Stop observing now. Look for the subject you want to photograph. Press mouse and continue, or press Q to exit camera mode. You. Oh god. You're about to take your first picture. To simplify the simulation, the picture preview displays the settings as you change them on your camera. In real life, the viewfinder's image is controlled by the secondary lens and only responds to focus. My god, they've put some thought into the cameras. Prepare for your first... Oh god. Stand still, you'll be able to fine tune the camera rotation, pitch and height. So, should we... Okay. No, continue. Open the... Okay. Control. The panels... Oh, Jesus. And all the cameras add-ons, you'll be able to use different lenses, filters, films of various sensitivities and so much more. Right now you only have 100 ISO film. Jesus. After closing this window, adjust the camera, then press space to shoot. Right. You're about to take a photo where an important feature of the story hasn't been correctly framed. You can continue, but the story may not progress. You wish to continue? No. Okay. Out of focus. It's framed. It's properly exposed. What else am I supposed to do? Aperture. Oh god, no, that's... Focus. In focus. Okay. Shoot. Congratulations, you're taking your first photo. You can shoot as many photos as you want throughout the game, but remember that only a few will be critical to the story's progress. Soon you will learn how to develop the photos you've taken. Oof. Cool. I've taken the picture. Can you... Apparently not. Let's see what happens if I try and read this paper now. Are you going to be in the way of it? Yep.
Brutal assassination in San Casciano.
Found a bug.
Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Martha was not killed by politics or war. She was killed by something much closer and much less clear. I will find out the truth. Brutal assassination in San Casciano. Julia Kay, a young woman from a respectable family, brutally murdered near her home. Carabinieri investigates. A possible political motive emerges. Julia Kay.
Nope.
Distressed but supported by faith. Irenei the mother, Erich the father, and Martha the sister sadly announced Julia's passing. The funeral will take place in La Romola, Thursday, July 20th at 9:30 p.m., departing from the property of the deceased. Firm bulwark even in the skies. 159 aircraft of the Germanic defense shot down in 24 hours. Major Russian operation northwest of Jassy. Enemy convoy lost in the Mediterranean. 2 destroyers and 6 merchant vessels sunk. First improvements in food registration. Bread rations increased by 50 grams per day as of April 20th. A kilo more every month of soup ingredients. Reforms to the treatment of agricultural workers, and an unexpected distribution of jam.
Yeah. Read that. Okay. Close you. Wonder if this is ever going to come off. Get my camera out again. Can't get my camera out.
Excellent. I've taken the picture. Now it's
okay.
straight to the dark room in the cellar to print it.
Got rid of it. Oh, hold it. Yep. Okay.
Daddy recently became a general in the German army. He used to take pictures on the front lines, but now he gives me the materials to take photographs instead. Now that Martha is gone, only this camera can fix my ideas and my memories. I can't allow myself to forget. I liked watching Nanny as she cooked. I always picked up loads of techniques.
She keeps interjecting despite... Oh, what's that say? This list. That's the basement.
Old photographs that Father took of this house.
Thank you. Still got the radio on.
Orgy Bonsi.
Oh, Jesus.
On the day of St. Alexis, the battle rages in the city tormented by Anglo-American bombing. Our Lady of Carmel, a company of the Falchium Regiment, counterattacked yesterday, forcing the French to retreat to Piazza del Mercato. The situation is currently under control.
Can I change the radio set? No, okay. Come here.
Florence, July 15th, 1944. General Erich K. As per our prior agreement, we are sending you military encrypted communication material. The device must remain hidden and secret. Hail. Feld Mascherano, Carl H.
Got away without saying that, didn't they? Just hail. Is it going to be the Enigma machine? Potentially. Can I point and look at you again? Nope, you're just there. Didn't look at the guns last time, did I? Here we go.
These hunting rifles are not Daddy's.
Sorry.
He never went
rifles.
hunting. Nanny must have left them here.
And all the books.
Books, books, and more books. In our villa, there must be 10 times more than even here.
Okay, still locks at the back door. Yep.
We are so lucky. In these difficult times, pantries are empty and people are going hungry. But with a German general for a father, food is never scarce.
Garlic. What's well-lit basement? So, movement of chair.
Lorenzini haberdashery. 5 meters of grey cotton fabric. 6 meters of white linen fabric. 4 meters of green satin. Delivered on June 5th, 1944. In the event of an issue, contact us on the number 6987. And this red fabric? It's not been mentioned. Could this also be one of Mummy's, or could the nanny have left it here?
Love how short the phone numbers are. Let's get some scissors.
These could be of use to me. Mummy's sewing machine. She learnt how to sew because nobody else could do it to her liking. Mummy's medicine. Will they do her any good? This fabric is not new to me, yet I do not think I have ever seen it in the house.
It's always good wine.
Our wine. Daddy is so proud of it.
That's a dark room, so I'll go there later. Just all wine. Put your camera on there, take a picture out the window.
These workbenches fascinate me. I would love to learn carpentry. This is where Nanny's husband made my dolls. The puppets I used to play with were made here. I never knew that when I was a child. They always told me that a fairy brought them. I didn't really believe them, but it was nice to think that.
Crushing grapes? The size of them barrels.
When I was little, these barrels seemed enormous. I thought I could live inside one.
Probably, I think they're enormous as well. Okay, dark room then. Can't open that.
Daddy set up his darkroom here. He doesn't take photos anymore because of his work, but photography is still his true passion. I'm allowed to use the darkroom when I want to.
I don't know why I thought I said.
There are 3 baths when developing photos. The development bath, then the first rinse, and then the fixing bath. The second rinse is done directly in the sink afterwards.
Oh, I have to remember all this crap.
Daddy had this device brought here last week. It's old, but still works. He has always loved everything technological.
Don't we all? Oh, wow. Shooting a photo of the film must be developed in several steps. The aspects have been omitted for the sake of simplicity, thank God. In reality, the steps are as follows. The film is firstly rolled onto a reel and put inside a small tank. The tank is then immersed in the developer, washed and then immersed in a stock bath. It's then washed again, dried and finally cut. You'll find your rolls of film already developed and ready for printing. Choose the image you want to print to paper. The preview on the left side will help you choose. Of course, you'll see your things in negative. Okay. The only one I've got. Develop this photo. Apologies. Enlarge allows you to customize your photos even more. You can choose on which part of the paper the picture will be printed. You can adjust the focus and choose how long to expose the photographic paper. With the red filter, you can project and see the image on the paper without exposing it. Oh God. Use the controls to move the paper on the bench and adjust the magnification and focus. When the 3 circles are aligned, the picture is focused. If you still see the image out of focus when aligned, you probably shot it that way. Wow. Play with the adjustment until you're happy. When you're ready, press space to continue. Okay. WS. I wonder. I want it to be there. Adjust the focus. Can we get it exact? There. Card out of position. What do you mean card out of position? Card position. Okay. There. And now readjust the focus. Boom. When the red filter is removed, the image is exposed onto the paper. The process has been automated and made faster than what happens in real life. Thank you. Oh, okay. Even that fell out a while. Immerse the paper in the developer and the image will appear. Jesus, take the paper out of the developer when the timer is in the green zone. If you take the paper out too early or too late, the picture will be ruined. You'll have to print it again. Oh no. I can skip immersion. Stop immersion, not skip. Perfect. Real life immersion in the developer is followed by a wash, a stop bath, and a second wash. These additional baths have been skipped for the sake of simplicity. Here's your printed photo. You can keep it in your album or scrap it.
Not a bad photograph. It seems that the camera works perfectly. Now I can take a self-timed photo for Martha's frame.
It's going to be... No, it's behind my achievement of taking or develop a photo for the first time. Alright, so we're going to have to go... to this thing here, surely. Put my camera on there.
Camera is set up with the self-timer.
Self-timer. Smiling. What are you above there? No idea. Oh. The little film. Now we have to go and develop it again. What do you think? Martha stood behind me while I'm doing it?
It's always a thrill to develop a photo. You can't see anything at first, yet something invisible is captured on the black film. A kind of ghost. That invisible breath then returns to reveal the reality from which it was torn. There are those who say that photography steals the soul or captures it. That's why they used to photograph the dead. But nowadays, almost nobody does it anymore. Even if it's just a delusion, I want to photograph Martha. I want to have a small reflection of who she was with me. But I have to do it secretly, or they'll think I'm crazy.
That is creepy as all hell. Right. Composition, okay, in focus. Boom. I am a whiz. Bathe it. Perfect.
Yes, this is me. No one was ever able to tell us apart. But I never had the slightest doubt, and nor did Martha. It's strange how what identifies us most deeply is not visible to anyone. I was obsessively thinking about Martha and what had happened, but suddenly a thought took control. The memory of that day at the lake was becoming more and more like a dream when, after awakening, the image becomes more and more faded. Could it be that the memories were a figment of the mind? Had I been the one that hurt my sister? I had always envied her, and now I had taken her identity. I experienced a suffocating pattern of thoughts. I decided to go straight to the lake to retrieve the film rolls. They would tell a different story, I was sure. But deep down, I kept hoping they would confirm my fading memory. Of course the door is locked. The keys aren't hanging on the lock as usual, then they will be in Daddy's study. We live in fear now. My parents are not going to let me go to the lake anymore after Martha's death. So this is the right time. I need to know. The self-doubt I feel is eating me up.
Okay, new chapter, the rules. What we're going to do then is we're going to pause it here. We'll have to split this episode up, I think, because we're not very far into this game and it's already been just over an hour. So, yeah, we'll split it up into a few bite-sized chunks. Bite-sized, hour-long chunks, I guess. So come back if you want to see part 2. Let me know what you think. If you want to see more, that'll be a good indication. I've tried to keep quiet as much as possible during this game because it seems to be very much, well, it's the scene page. It's story rich. It's trying to explain, trying to give the story nuance, etc., etc., etc. And I wanted to be letting that speak for itself. Whether that's what you want or what you don't, that's what you gain. All right, cheers. I'll see you in the part 2.